You fight like a dairy farmer.
How appropriate! You fight like a cow. So yeah, it was. I felt really bad.
Hello again, Monkey Prince.
Really greetings, unenlightened one.
Because he grew up on Lazy Town.
Let's try this again.
I challenge you to monkey combat.
I can see you've been training. Perhaps you are ready to fulfill the prophecies.
Sounds like a
Prophecies, schmophecies. Are we gonna fight or what?
Very well. Monkey combat!
And I got my boy.
Let's see what you got.
You are indeed ready to
Wait,
fight
I don't
me.
know if we said it on recording, but the mascot is on a diet.
Yes, you did.
Oi!
Indeed. So he's been down to 3 treats a day, and he only gets like not even a half a cup of food now. Like it's.
Man.
But yeah, it's for his own good though.
Yeah.
Because like he's getting too big. I mean, for goodness sake, like I'm pretty sure on the recording you could hear him like all the way over there when he fell on the treadmill.
Yep.
And right now he tried to grab the treats, so I better put it in the spot.
Yeah.
Something that Nebby likes to do is that he knows that if he moves something, it can fall and thus open. So that's what he does with his treats. So I have to put it in a special place where he is unable to knock it down. By the way, I want to slap that monkey with the syllables.
Yeah, I do too. It is very, very annoying.
Yeah, because at first I'm like, is that your new laptop? Because yeah, Kalma got a new laptop. But then I'm like, alright, there's that stupid monkey in the background.
Yep, I got a new one. I did all the transfer stuff from my old one to my new one today.
Indeed.
After finding out Steam's backup thing is worthless. That was fun. It's like, please,
but
no, I don't want to replay everything again, no.
Exactly, like, that was, like, one of the biggest things. Like, me and Cal were actually talking about it. Like, if like, you know, if the Old Republic was not gonna work on her new laptop, well, actually, Knights of the Old Republic, sorry, then we were gonna finish the series on her old laptop, but thank goodness the files worked and Kalma didn't have to replay everything. So.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's such a relief, because I was just like, I did not want her to go through that again. Because you guys have no idea, like, Kalma had to remember everything that we did, who we talked to, what we said, and, I did not want her to go through that crap a second time.
Yeah, I told Masky straight up, I would have to have my patience regained again before I would replay it, but thankfully I don't have to, because I'm sure all of you who have played games didn't save something and you died, then you have to like, when was the last time I saved? What do you mean I haven't saved in 2 hours? And you just kind of like...
Oh, yeah, like where you're just done with everything.
Yeah, you're like, you know what, I'll worry about it tomorrow and try to replay that again. Especially if it's like something really hard, then you're just like...
Oh, yeah.
Then you end up not touching the game for a good while till you come back like, why wasn't I playing this? Oh.
It's like, oh, right, that crap happened. Like, I still remember, like, for me, like if I can think of like one of the so I've had more of art fails than like games because you know like I only play games like mainly with you or app games, but my example of ever dealing with a game like that it was when I was in Saskatchewan. Like I'm not gonna say where, so that you guys are like, ooh, she lived in this town or whatever.
Hunt her down. I mean, cough.
I lived in a one-horse town, but anyway. So when I was in when I was in Saskatchewan, I remember like I was a teenager, so of course like you know hormones are awful. But
they are the worst.
I was playing a game in my room, and I think it was on the Xbox, and so it was when I was home alone because I remember I was switching between playing my game and watching stuff like on cable or whatever. Yeah. So this particular night, I was like, no, what? I'm just gonna play this game because my parents were at my brother's graduation, so I was just by myself with the animals at the time. So I played for like over 4 hours worth of game.
Oh,
And
wow.
like, and I was like getting really far, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing good on this. And then there was a power outage, and I didn't freaking save. And it was like one of those second power outages, where it doesn't even last that long, but the damage is still done. So I was absolutely devastated. I was like, I nearly threw the controller. I remember my dog Luna was looking at me like, what on earth? Why are you so angry? Kind of look. But I was.
Oh, yeah. I can understand why you'd be so frustrated.
And then I made the mistake of watching a horror movie after that.
Oh, why would you do that?
Especially as a teenager, all by herself, home alone with her animals.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say what the horror movie was. I watched a movie called Candyman, which was a mistake, a really big mistake. Where pretty much this girl was being haunted by the paranormal and such. So I kid you not, after I watched that movie, like there's like little bits of power outages also. So it just made it worse because you know you're watching a horror movie and you're home alone during a storm. Like it was just really bad combination. Right? So I kid you not, I went to the kitchen and I grabbed like the sharpest, biggest knife we had, and I took my flashlight because back then I didn't have a cell phone yet because I had to wait till I was 16. So I was like 14 or 15 when this happened. So I went throughout the entire house with a flashlight and a knife, checking every nook and cranny, making sure there's no psychopath like hiding in my house trying to murder me and my dog and my cats. So once I made sure that that everything was secured, I kid you not, I then locked my door and then barricaded it and then slept with the dog and the cat. And with the knife on my nightstand. So I was very scared. Oh dang it! So you gotta make sure that you get him.
Yep.
Oh gosh, I hope he doesn't do a draw thing because he's already got a banana.
He just did a draw.
Oh jerk. Okay, come on. Come on. Yes!
Yes!
Yes! In your face! In your face, suck it, yeah! Yeah,
I
Gabra!
cannot believe it. I had foreseen losing my crown eventually.
Yes!
But not to such an unlikely opponent. The honor of victory is yours, Guybrush, as well as the ceremonial bronze hat.
'Cause I'm amazing.
Please take good care of it. It is very special.